We're going to ask the ushers to make sure that this wire stay untangled, just in case that one might find what. Yeah, Pastor. We give God a praise. Amen. For Pastor Alice Baylor Hill. Come on, tell God thank you. Come on, tell God thank you. Bless the woman of God. Bless the woman of God. Pastor, I leave it in your holy hands. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on, come on, come on. It's in Him I live, and in Him I move. It's in Him I have my being. I might as well not start to move if I don't move. He picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on higher ground. It's in Jesus I live, and in Jesus I move, and in Jesus I have my being. I might mighty good. I've got to say, thank you, Lord. Every. Thank you, Lord. I wanna say, I wanna thank you, Lord. Oh, and I just want to thank you. Thank you, Lord. to take anything but to deposit, to be a blessing to the woman of God.
Yes.
The Lord knows in His timing how to make divine connections.
Yes.
And you don't need a connection that God don't bring together.
That's right.
Hallelujah. We thank God for this beautiful house. Full of faith.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
I thank God for Sister Samantha. Our heart of gold. Little Isaiah hugged us when we were getting out the van. And I was saying to little Isaiah, brother Isaiah, I said, you met your cousins? He said, who? I said, right there. I said, cousin Jeremiah, cousin Jordan, and Uncle Clint. He said, oh, okay. For everyone that come out to support the woman of God.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
We thank God, amen, for the ushers, the mothers, the family, friends. I thank God for my husband, God's gentleman. Hallelujah. My best friend. Hallelujah. The king of his castle. A hard-working man. I thank God for our old, he's not the oldest. We have two other sons. But the oldest here, Joshua Baylor.
Yes.
Hallelujah. One thing I love about God, we try to run from him, but we run right into his trap. Oh, God. Jeremiah. And our Jordan. Where are you, Jordan? Somewhere back there. Minister Hartley met us here from the church. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It would have been many more, but you know, when time and everybody getting together, we would have probably just been getting here, if not here yet. Give the Lord a hand clap of praise. You may have to. Nobody leave. We're going to do the offering after. If you got to leave $100. Glory to God. You know, in seeking God for a message today, I just thank God for being a God answering God. And if I would leave with you today as my topic, it would be my past has passed. My past, P-A-S-T, has passed, P-A-S-S. My past is behind me, and I'm passing to the other side. Hallelujah. I come to tell you a little bit of myself before I get into this message. Because we overcome by the word of our testimony. Hallelujah. And by the blood of the Lamb.
Yes, Lord.
And I believe my testimony would help somebody today.
Yes, it will.
I come to North Carolina by
the way of Baltimore, Maryland. Living there up to the time of marrying the late Apostle T.L. Baylor. Prior to me coming to North Carolina, living in Baltimore, I was married, met this man in church. We brought a home together, automobiles together, living a good life until he decided he didn't want God anymore. God kept me as a virgin until I was 19 years old. My husband was the first man that ever touched me because God preserved me for such a time as this. I married my husband, and he began to persuade and pull and plead with me to come out of church and just enjoy the world. The world has so much to offer. If you just come with me, you can experience the greatness. But I said, no, I love Jesus. See, when you fall in love with Jesus, that's the best decision you could have ever made. And I had fallen in love with Jesus, that if I had to let him go to keep my Jesus, I would. In being married, I desired children. Praying, God bless, open my womb that I could give my husband a child. Because he began to run around and make babies all over the town. Which made me feel as an open shame that I could not even give my husband a child. Can I get a witness? He went on and he began to make so many babies that I said, Lord, you got to open my womb. Just give me one baby to save my marriage. But God said, not so. And I ended up divorcing him. And after that, I had to bury a brother. After that brother, I had to bury a sister. After my sister died, I had to bury my mother. After my mother, I had to bury another sister. After her, I had another one brutally murdered. Heart filled with so much pain. Lord, how much more can I take? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? After burying my family and meeting the late apostle, I was so happy to be able to leave a place of pain and come to a place of relief. Granted, North Carolina was the last place that I would ever want to move. I would see the storms, tornadoes, and I would tell people that's one place I'll never go. Be careful what you say. Hallelujah. Moved down to North Carolina. God began to open my womb and gave me 3 babies. After that, death came knocking again. I told the Lord, I said, Lord, your will be done. Whatever you do, I promise I will not get angry at you. Hallelujah. Death came for the man of God. Took the man of God. Left me with 3 babies. I had a 5-month-old baby, I believe a 3 and a 5-year-old. And I had the church. Had all of this stress on me. But I said, Lord, you're good. Lord, you're wonderful. I don't understand, but you alone are God, and beside you, there is none other. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Many came and many went. But I held on that God was still in control. 9 years later, hallelujah, I had a grandmother.